things that you can actually do to recession proof yourself. And one of the things I'll share with you guys is kind of like the same values I use in my company today, right? So I've had 4+ roles in a company that I've been working for over the last 6.5, almost 7 years. One of the things I think about myself as, and I talk about this to you all as well too, is just having an entrepreneurship mindset. You know, getting up and having shows like this is having an entrepreneurship mindset. You know, the company that I work for, we typically throw people into the deep end right away, right? And when it comes to sales, that means that a lot of people sink, right? They don't know how to swim. It doesn't matter how long of a sales career they've had. They don't know how to swim because a lot of companies, they really handhold people when they go into sales, right? They give them 6 months of training and so forth. Well, the company that I work for, they don't do that. They said, you know what, you got to go and figure your shit out. You need to go and learn who you need to talk to inside the company, who you need to talk to outside the company. And then once you figure out who you need to talk to outside of the company, it's the challenge is in sales is selling inside your company, right? Meaning you need to get certain pricing approvals or certain SKU approvals and so forth, and the process that you need to go through. And being an entrepreneur, you have to figure out who you need to work with to get things done and get things done fast. That's why it's important to hone your soft skills and your interpersonal skills, guys. So skills like creativity, persuasion, your communication are all high value skills that you're going to need in a workforce. And that's going to help you to continue to, stay recession proof. So number one is be entrepreneurial, right? Give yourself the edge by looking beyond traditional education. And a lot of traditional education comes in forms of going to college, but entrepreneurship comes in this form of talking to people a lot of the times, guys, doing things like boot camps, doing things like getting certifications. A lot of the stuff that our ladder climbers are doing is entrepreneurial, right? And not only that, being part of a ladder climbing community, Black Heights Patreon community, it's entrepreneurship as well, too, because if you can get somebody like myself on the phone, you're learning. And that's entrepreneurial, guys. So hone your soft skills as well. Learn tech skills is another one. Guys, I'm going to tell you like this. Technology is where it's at, and it's the future of just about every single job that exists out there. So stay informed on developing technologies, whether it's blockchain, whether it's, Java, whether it's Python, whether it's data analytics, whether it's our, AI and me, engineering cannabis, data science, all that stuff will help you to stay up to date and stay, recession proof for the most part, right? Because these companies, although they're slowing down hiring, a lot of the hiring slowdowns is going to be on some of the lower level roles. They still need valuable people to continue to build out the products and continue to invest into their future goals. And these are the people that they're going to retain and continue to hire. And the last thing I would say, guys, is continue to research, man. You got to continue to research the jobs and the fields that are constantly in demand. And I say this for the folks who watch me that are going to college or influenced by this channel and making a decision into college. There's not going to be a perfect career for everybody, but you have to figure out things that you want to do, and you have to learn and you have to try things constantly. Just like our brother PBO, he's had many jobs in tech. He's been in the tech field for 30 plus years. Mr. Nix has been in there for 20 plus years. They've done a number of things. And when they started, as PBO would tell you, when they started, some of those jobs that they started with and the technology they started with are outdated. They're outdated. So continue to research, guys. Continue to research, continue to evolve, continue to change, learn new things, and you're going to be recession proof, guys. So that's what I would give you at a high level of the things that you can actually do to stay relevant in today's market, continue to get hired and so forth. Let's do this. Let's jump over to another topic that I wanted to hit on. Oh, this coffee is good. His coffee is good. Walmart, guys. Walmart. My favorite company, Walmart. I got a love-hate for Walmart. I'm going to tell you that, guys. I think I've already shared that story with you already. But I have a love-hate relationship with Walmart. Let me do this. Let me share my other screen and get this article going. I got the birds chirping in the back. Birds are chirping. Let's talk about Walmart. our favorite company, Walmart. And Walmart's doing some fantastic things. And one of the things that I'm loving that Walmart's doing now is showing people that they can make a lot of money by getting into leadership roles. I talk about that often. Many of you say, okay, well, I'm going to get to my six-figure, salary, $100,000 a year. But what is it that you're going to be doing after that? You want to get to 150, and you want to get to 180, you want to get to 200. Well, a lot of that comes in the form of you getting into a management or leadership position where you continue to ascend up that ladder. And here's the thing. If you want to make, $200,000+ a year, if you're not, some really illustrious engineer or some engineer that has super valuable skills and have been doing it for a long time, you're not going to make that money. If you're in sales, you're going to make that money. If you are in a management, leadership, director type role, you're going to make that sort of money. And management at Walmart can pay you $210,000. And this is why other retailers should take note, they're saying, right? So Walmart is launching a 2-year pilot program to help college graduates become store managers. And these learnings focused positions could offset the effects of the Great Resignation, experts say. Another retailer should pay close attention on how Walmart's pilot performs. So Walmart isn't just saving people money so they can live better, as its motto proclaims. It also is looking to pay workers more so that they can live better. That's what you want to do. You want to earn more so you can live better. I mean, the cost of everything is going up. I paid for a full tank of gas the other day, 17 gallons at $4.99, guys, over $100. Over $100. That's a lot of money. You're spending that money in gas. I got to go fill up the boat. That's over $100 every single time. I will not fill it up the boat, but every time I want to use it, I just put, money into it, right? And it's over $100. So things are expensive at this point in time, and you're going to have to make more money in order for you to have and live a better life. And companies like Walmart are looking to help you guys do that. About a month after the country's largest private employer announced it was increasing trucker salaries from $87,000 to between $95,000 and $110,000, the company on Sunday announced the launch of its College to Career pilot program. And this is a 2-year program, and this 2-year program will pair recent college graduates with company leaders who teach them how to run the store. So think about it like this. College to Career. You are just getting out of college, right? You want to start a career. They're going to help you to become a store manager by giving you a sponsor, a mentor to teach you how to run a store. You go to school for all this education. You learn about accounting, finance, right? Profit losses, right? Products. You go to school for all this stuff. A lot of times you come out making $50,000 a year, $60,000 a year, $70,000 a year. Now you got an opportunity to make $210,000 a year by also working for the largest retailer in the United States and probably perhaps the world. And not only that, make $210,000. That's a lot. That's a pretty good offering, I think they have here. And top performers will then move into a newly created position of emerging coach, which comes with a $65,000 salary. Within 2 years, these emerging coaches can become store managers in position that came with a $210,000 salary last year. So more than likely it's even higher this year or next year and so forth. The launch of the pilot program came on the heels of another bleak month of employers, especially retailers. In March, there were 11.5 million job openings and 4.5 million workers quit their jobs, the highest rate in 20 years. The retail industry experienced some of the highest levels of resignation, falling behind only the leisure and hospitality industries. The chief people officer, ICIMS, a talent recruiting company, said the Walmart move reflected a keen understanding of how to retain workers and give them a sense of achievement in a tumultuous job market. So you find that out. What's happening, guys, today is people are resigning, especially in the retail, hospitality industries and so forth. A lot of people are resigning in tech, right? Job market at one point in time was hot. Now you're starting to hear the winds of, companies starting to slow down hiring and so forth. And what you're seeing also is to retain good talent, companies are, giving their employees extra stock options. They're giving their employees other things as well, to benefits, more money, higher salaries and so forth, And it's great. It's great. And so companies are becoming more creative on how to retain talent and how to recruit talent, to their companies, right? And that's all stuff that you're going to see, especially if you're going into a new job or if you're looking into getting into tech. You may see some of this stuff that comes across, things that we may not have talked about. I mean, like we were talking to brother Carlos Mons a couple weeks ago, right, where we chopped up his videos, and Carlos works at Amazon. And, Amazon announced that they're going to be bumping up their salaries to a max of like 385 or something like that. And Carlos is in one of those management positions. So think about that. He goes from making $180,000 a year to 380 something, right? It's crazy, insane. But that's what companies are doing these days to make sure that they can get people and great people like the ladder climbers into their companies to stay there and to make a lot of money. And the remedy to the great resignation, Jimmy Carter, a Walmart spokesperson, said in a statement to the Insider that the pilot program this summer will have 300 students and 600 recent graduates participating from nearly every college across the country. It did not specify which colleges the participating students were graduates or where they're coming from. But given that Walmart is the largest private employer in the U.S. with 1.5 million workers, the company has a huge role to play when it comes to creating economic opportunity for frontline workers, said Cat World, the managing director of JFF Labs, and so forth. Walmart has for a long time really been a leader in the space of exploring the different things that they can do to create that mobility for their people. And guys, let me tell you like this. If this is something that you do, this is absolutely fantastic. And this is something that you get into. For many of you who are in college right now, this is absolutely fantastic. It's a way for you to make a shitload of money to get the coaching that you need, not just to run a store, because if you get into it, this program, and they don't have any stipulations that you need to be there for 2 to 3 years, or you do want to be there for 2 to 3 years. Think about how much you're going to gain being a leader of a store that can translate it to your entrepreneurship endeavors. You run a Walmart store, you've done it all. I mean, from working with crazies, from dealing with crazy customers, from dealing with hoods and ratchet people, dealing with trailer park, all these sort of people, right? You're dealing with all kinds of people when you work at Walmart. It's just what it is. But you're managing a large business that has networks all over the world. So if you are a store manager at Walmart, you can pretty much do anything. So think about that. That's what I want you to think about the long term. Okay, if I run a Walmart store, I don't have to be in retail. I can pretty much be anywhere I want, because you're going to deal with tech. You're going to need tech. You're going to need reporting. You're going to have the soft skills, the people skills, because you're going to work with some crazy people. You're going to have to deal with some crazy customers. You're also going to work with some good people and some really fantastic customers as well, too. So it's going to give you a balance of both. But I wanted to just share that with you guys because it's an opportunity for many of you guys getting into college, MIS degrees, coming out of college, and so forth, that Walmart has this going on. And if you want more information on this, I'll drop the article right here into the link right now for you guys to go and check it out. Boom.